Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to feel simple, but it is not simple at all. In front of you are four very different cats, and your job is easy. Do not think, do not analyze. Just choose the cat you feel most drawn to. This is based on a psychological projection test similar to Carl Jung's methods, used to uncover subconscious personality traits, attachment patterns, and hidden emotional behaviors. Your choice will reveal parts of your real personality that you don't usually show people and perhaps may not even be aware of yourself. So take a breath, look at the cats, and choose the one that pulls your attention the most. I will see you in your pile. You are someone who can be described as the silent strategist. If you choose this cat, you're someone who naturally operates from the mental space rather than emotional impulses, we can say. So you could be dominated by air element. You could have a lot of planets sitting in the air signs. You are not impulsive. You rarely react immediately. You prefer to observe people, study situations, and decide quietly. You are a intellectual. We can describe as more of an intellectual than the emotional kind. Psychologically, this shows a personality with high self regulation, strong emotional boundaries, and advanced pattern recognition. So, kind of like a cat, they are very observant and they don't trust very easily. They're very logical this way. You are extremely good at seeing motives behind words, right? Because again, you're not getting swayed by your emotions. You know when someone is lying, you know when something is off, even when nothing obvious is wrong. Your intuition could be quite good. And again, it's a pattern of behavior. You've noticed how people who are liars, who are manipulators, how they behave, how they talk. So you pick up the pattern in other people who don't even give you a reason to doubt, right? You don't confront often though. Instead, you withdraw, detach, and silently remove yourself. Perhaps you even block people. A hidden pattern that you may not know about yourself. You emotionally disconnect faster than people expect. This is something either you're aware of or you're not aware of. This could be a hidden pattern. Once your trust breaks, it almost never fully returns. And you're also someone who does not chase closure. You choose self preservation over emotional drama. You could avoid drama. You're more intellectual, so you like to not get involved in emotional chaos. In terms of relationships, you attract people who are emotionally intense or chaotic because you are their calm. But deep inside, somewhere, you could have a few fears like emotional unpredictability. That's why you like to feel safe and you like to observe the pattern of a person. You only trust someone when you feel safe because you don't want emotional chaos. And you also could possibly get drained very easily. So you don't want um like this feeling of getting drained in relationships. You also don't want to lose control. You want inner stability. So these are some of your fears. Something you need to understand is you want connection, but the only kind that does not disturb your inner peace. So the thing with emotions is, or relationships is, emotions are involved. Sometimes they go haywire. So sometimes you like pick peace way too much because when it comes to relationships, there is bound to be a little bit of chaos. Your subconscious is asking you to allow safe vulnerability instead of emotional isolation. So you can be vulnerable and not choose isolation because even though you have peace, it can turn into loneliness. So, something you need to be aware of. This was your reading. I hope this resonated with you. I would really appreciate some support. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video with anyone who would like it, and join the membership. I mainly earn my money or any sort of resources from this channel through the membership. So if you want to support, you can join. If anyone wants to book a reading with me, everything will be listed down below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, cat number two. You are the comfort cat. All right. You're someone who is the emotional anchor, we can say. You bring comfort to others, and you're like a security blanket for people, perhaps. If you choose this cat, you're emotionally warm, deeply loyal, and psychologically nurturing. See, you're the nurturer archetype. You don't attach easily, though, but when you do, you attach deeply and seriously, exactly how cats behave. They test you and they don't trust you easily, but once they do, they're very loyal. And they also pick the human, like we say, right? They pick you. Your nervous system is wired for emotional bonding. Stability, reassurance, and safety, these qualities are very important to you. I'm picking up a little bit of Cancer energy also with you guys. You are the person people lean on. You are the listener. You are the emotional home. Speaking of home, which we connect with the fourth house, and that's also the house we connect with the zodiac sign of Cancer. You feel like home. You feel like a warm hug. And the feminine energy is also high with you. You're motherly and nurturing. Something you may or may not realize about yourself, you often give more than you receive. And instead of asking for more, you silently tolerate less. Maybe you find it hard to speak up or ask for things. So it's something you can work on. Because what happens is over time, this will build resentment in you. You might not express it, but you become resentful when you do too much. You don't ask for it because you want the person to pick up on it, pick up on your needs, and just show up for you the way you do for others. But certain people, it's better to ask them, right? So yeah, don't build up resentment, or you would emotionally explode. um and you're also someone who withdraws slowly, whether people notice or not. When it comes to relationships, you attract emotionally unavailable people because you unconsciously try to heal them. So you are the healer, we can say, or person who tries to fix people. You attach emotionally to unavailable people. It's something you need to be more conscious of, right? Don't always look for unhealed people in order to heal them. Attract healthy people. You stay longer than you should. You forgive more than you should. And also, you hope for more than you should because, again, the person will show up if they want it to. So, something you struggle with is you confuse love with emotional labor. You feel like the more I do, I'm showing my love through my emotional labor. Maybe you're the person with the, what is it called? Those, what is it called? Gift giving, your love signature, what is it called? Anyway, for you, it's service, doing something, serving your partner. That's how you show up in love. Other people, I think it's a love body language, or I don't know. I can't quite remember it. Please, someone put it down in the comments. But there's one that's gift giving, one is that is physical touch, service, quality time, right? For you, it's serving the other person, serving their needs. So you could confuse a little bit of, uh, you get carried away by that and you confuse love with the emotional labor. Your subconscious is learning how to understand that love is not proven by how much you endure, right? It is proven by how much you are respected. So you should be respected, you should be cared for, and it's not about bearing, it's about loving. So this is something you can work on. So this was the reading for pile number 2. I hope this resonated. I would really appreciate some support. I mainly earn through the membership. If you want to support the channel, you can join the membership or you can book a reading with me. Everything will be listed down below. And thank you so much for watching. Give me some feedback. and I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Thank you. All right. Cat number three. You're the alert cat. I love how all the cats today they have very specific qualities that we do associate with cats. So I think I wanted to just put cats for people to choose, but yeah, the qualities of cats are also coming through. Maybe everyone is a cat person who's watching, but anyway, the alert cat. You're the hyper aware analyzer. It's reminding me of a person that I know. That person is also very hyper aware, always looking around, assessing the environment. So, anyway, if you choose this cat, you have a highly sensitive emotional radar. Maybe you're always looking for threats, someone who can threaten your peace, maybe. So, you notice small little details like tone changes, micro expressions, emotional shifts, unspoken, if unspoken words or some tension that you're noticing in people. You're very good with observing people's behavior and you notice changes in them. I saw 11:11 on the timer. So you notice these shifts and you're good at pattern recognition also. You were likely shaped by an environment where you had to be, let's say, protective, self protective emotionally, where you had to protect your own emotional needs. Maybe people didn't show up for you, so you had to do the pattern recognition yourself. Maybe the parents, the childhood, there was some trouble there, but you had to emotionally protect yourself. That's why you've shaped into this person and having this habit also. Psychologically, this is a high vigilance personality. Maybe you also think of yourself as a vigilante. Maybe if you have any sort of fantasy about that, maybe you're drawn towards superhero and something like that as well. But you are someone who is always aware if anything crazy was ever going to happen, you would be on top of it. I feel like your reactions will be on point. You unconsciously scan rooms for danger. You are rarely fully relaxed. So you find it hard to just relax because you're always looking for a threat. You should learn to calm down, calm your nervous system, and also have faith that things will, you're safe, you're protected by the universe. A pattern that you may or may not recognize in yourself is you often expect disappointment before it happens. You do it so that it hurts less when it does. Things don't work out, you're less hurt, less disappointed, but you're in a way manifesting bad luck. So it's something you need to be more conscious of. Don't do this. Think positively, expect the best. You prepare yourself for emotional loss before it arrives. So you're almost expecting things to not work out. It's how people say expect the best, prepare for the worst. You prepare for the worst and you expect the worst also. You should change that. When it comes to relationships, you attract emotionally complex people. You also often become the emotional translator in relationships where you're able to understand these things because you assess, you analyze, right? You're the analyzer. So you become the translator, whereas you should calm down. It's not your job to do this for every person or every relationship in your life. You could also carry anxiety about abandonment, perhaps because you felt abandoned in your childhood by your parents, your emotional needs were abandoned. So there could be some anxiety about abandonment and also perhaps emotional inconsistency, right? Where you don't expect the same treatment. Even if someone's nice to you, you're like, okay, it's gonna go south very soon. So, this is something you need to be more aware of. You want safety, but your nervous system expects instability. So, you're manifesting a lot of negativity in your life in a way. Your subconscious is learning. This is something you need to be working on or learn. Your subconscious needs to learn that peace can exist without constant emotional scanning. There can be peace, there can be safety, there can be harmony. Things can change. So, yeah, be conscious of that. I hope this reading resonated. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would really appreciate some support from you guys. I mainly earn through the membership and the readings that people book with me. So, everything is listed down below. Would really appreciate some support. and engage with the video, leave some comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 4, or I should say cat number 4. You're the playful cat, which is, the thing is, the number 4 is actually connected with Rahu, and cats are ruled by Rahu. So, of course, that Rahu element is coming through the playful cat. All right. We can also describe your personality as the emotional deflector. Maybe you keep things fun and you don't let them get too serious or heavy or deep. If you choose this cat, you are charismatic. See, Rahu element charismatic, humorous, also quite expressive, also, but emotionally a little guarded. You use lightness as armor. See, you use your fun, your charismatic side as an armor. You don't show the hidden emotions. There's a wheel, I should say, wheel. How do you pronounce that? Veil. Rahu is the wheel, smokes and mirrors. That's Rahu energy. You hide the true self. It's like wearing a mask. Just recently, also, I did a video on which mask to you wear. Maybe that particular reading is meant for people who are listening in right now. So you can check that out on my channel. You use your fun or light side as a mask. You make others laugh. You could have a good sense of humor. You keep the energy fun, but your deeper emotions stay hidden. I think very few people that you share your emotions with. Psychologically, this is avoidant emotional shielding. Your attachment style is avoidant. All right. Why is that? You have certain fears, like maybe you feel like I'll become too emotionally dependent on someone. Perhaps feeling also emotionally trapped. You want a lot of freedom and space in your life. Losing independence could also be an issue. You know, those people who seem very fun, they seem a light, uh, like a light, a person as a light, but they never date. They play the field, they don't make things heavy because, uh, I don't know, maybe those people are genuinely scared of getting their feelings hurt, getting their heart broken. But there's also this fear of being tied down. Certain people really crave freedom and independence. That's something that perhaps you resonate with. So a lot of people could mischaracterize you and say that you're a player or you are not serious, you're not relationship material, but you just need a lot of independence, emotional freedom, or you don't want to depend on people. You don't want to feel like, maybe get into a codependent sort of a dynamic. Maybe it's something about your past. Anyway, a pattern in your life that you might not be aware of. You fall in love, but keep one foot emotionally outside the door. So you one foot in, one foot out. This is something you do. You don't like feeling needed. You like feeling chosen freely. You don't like when people kind of latch on to you, clingy people. Perhaps you need a partner who would give you a lot of emotional freedom, right? You want to feel chosen, not needed, not depended upon. In relationships, you attract people who want more depth than you initially give. You may unintentionally confuse people as well, right? Some people, you might lead people on because your surface joy hides your inner vulnerability. You show this light-hearted self, but emotionally, you're not available to people. You're emotionally a little unavailable. This is something you need to be more conscious of. Something that you want is connection in life, but you fear emotional exposure. Maybe you have a fear of vulnerability. Your subconscious is learning you can be loved without losing your freedom. You can be loved without getting, you know, stuck with the person or losing your freedom or independence. And this is something you are learning. If you're not conscious of it, you need to learn this because you want connection, and you need to do a little bit of inner work to find the connection for you. You will have to emotionally be a little naked and vulnerable. But yeah, this is the message for you. Kind of like how cats, they test you, they hesitate in trusting you, but eventually they come around. So you need to be like a cat also. Go on this journey, but eventually come around. All right. So, this was the reading. I hope this resonated with you. I would really appreciate if you would engage with the video, support the channel, leave a like. You can book a reading with me. You can join the membership. I mainly run this channel based on the support I get from memberships and readings. So, you can do that if you feel called to. Thank you so much for listening in. I will see you next time. Thank you, guys.